Lockdown is over, which means karting is back. I'm so excited not just to race, but to bring videos out on hopefully my progress throughout the season. If you're new to this channel, hello. This is a series on how a very inexperienced racer gets on in the highest level of competitive arrive and drive karting in the UK, Club 100. So welcome to Lucky Goes Karting. But before we dive into the racing, I've got to tell you how it works. So in each video, I'll take part in 3 short heats and at least one of 3 potential finals. These are the A, B and C finals. So within each heat, usually have a grid with around 18 different karts. We will have a rolling start, followed by a short 7-minute sprint to the line. To make it fair overall, each driver will start 1 heat in the front third, 1 heat in the middle third and 1 heat in the back third. However, Class 3 drivers such as myself will start each heat from a back third. This is to make sure everyone has a good day whilst making it all a little bit safer. When the points from the heat positions are calculated, drivers are qualified into different finals depending on how well they do. Within the C final, which is a final I'm more than familiar with right now, the top 4 finishers will get promoted into the B final and race again. Likewise within the B final also, the top 2 will get promoted into the A. So with that out of the way, I'm going to talk about my objectives, or rather my hopes for the upcoming season. First off, I want to finish in 2 B finals, and if I'm honest, that's my main aim. And if I do that, I get promoted into Class 2, which would be awesome, so I don't have to start from the back every time. Aside from that, I would like to beat my personal highest finish in a heat, which is 8th place, which is a really big ask starting from the back with my ability. Similarly, I would like to beat my highest finish in a final. I did finish 6th in the C final in my first video last season, and it would be awesome if I could beat that. Following on from last season, if I can add to my collection of 1 trophy, that would be lovely. I don't mind if it's for 3rd in class or a race win, which is very unlikely. Either would be nice. And finally, I would really love to beat one of my close rivals, which I've chosen overall. It's all about having the bragging rights between mates, so if I can beat one of these guys, it would be awesome. Speaking of my rivals, I've chosen 2 drivers that I feel have a very similar level of skill and experience to myself. And we've had some great battles with each other last season, so it should provide some good action this season. So these guys are the number 26 of Russell Cooper and the number 37 of Luke Dunnett. Throughout the season, whenever we race one another, I will score it and keep a tally on how many times one of us has beaten the other. So inevitably when I'm down in 15th or something, I've still got something to fight for. And also, throughout the season, I'm sure I'm going to be adding some new rivals to this graphic, who I feel I'm going to have some close battles with. But anyway, let's get into what you're here for. Poor driving! So how would you guys like to see the karting equivalent of this? I mean, that's unbelievable skills to get it right on the camera. I genuinely couldn't do that again if I tried. Anyway, into Heat 1. Mr. Dunnett is in this race, as I nearly go into the back of him there. So I would like to beat him, whilst finishing 13th or higher, and getting 5 overtakes in the process. It's probably a big ask, but let's see. It wasn't a great first lap, if I'm honest. Started last, still in last. But unfortunately, the driver in front locks up on the braking, so I can get the 18th place off him. And you know, if 5 more karts do that, I can get the 13th place that I want. So going into lap 4, I've dropped back a little bit, but there was a kart who spun around on the left. So there's only 4 karts left to mess the races up so I can get my 13th place. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but you never know. And by lap 7 I've dropped back a hell of a lot. And if I'm honest, it's because I'm slow but also fast with another driver behind me. And he's overtaken me just on the line there, so I'm back down in 18th again. And yeah, hopefully I can get the 17th place back up with him. By lap 10 I'm still within touching distance of this guy, and yeah, we're pretty much holding each other up from catching other karts, so it's all about 17th place right now. We've got a bit of an opportunity to overtake down the inside here, but I get it all wrong. I go hurtling to the side of him, and I had to give him the position, otherwise I would have got a penalty, which would have put my position down to 19th, would have been even worse than what I'm in now. So going into the final lap, I'm even closer this time, but he's blocking off the inside, so I've got to go around the outside, and I don't have the facilities for that, if I'm honest. I'm literally just given the position. I can't carry the speed through that corner. And he's got the 17th place. So it wasn't a great first race, if I'm honest. My excuse is that I didn't have a testing session beforehand. This was literally, I jumped into the car, I had 4 minutes practice, and this is my first race. So that's my excuse for being this bad in the first heat. So hopefully the next one's better. And obviously I didn't complete any of the objectives. So not a great race. So but I did get promoted to 17th as someone else had a penalty in front. So I mean, that's 1 plus, I guess. It wasn't a great race, so I'm going to give this race a 1-star performance. So going into the second heat, my main aim now is just to compete with the other drivers. After how bad that first heat was, yeah, that's just my main aim. Hopefully I can have a good start and finish 13th or higher though. After a couple of karts managed to spin around on that corner, I'm briefly up to 10th and dropped back down to 11th, and then 12th because I had a little bit of contact in front of me, which made me lose my momentum. But you know, on the whole, this lap has been all right. I mean, I've had a decent start, definitely compared to the first race. So I'm going to say this is going to be completing the objective of having a good start. I know in all the drivers' opinions it probably isn't, but personally, being in class 3, I'm ahead of all the other class 3 drivers, so I'm going to say it's a good start. And I'm still sort of keeping pace with the drivers in front, and yeah, I've caught up a little bit to the drop kart in front of it, so if I can manage to stay on his tail, I hope I can hold on to this 12th or maybe even 11th position if I get a little bit closer. So yeah, into lap 3, I've dropped back a little bit now, if I'm honest, and I went very wide through the last corner, and it means the 2 drivers behind me will pretty much have a run on me to overtake me near enough on the line going into turn 1. And right there is one of the most frustrating things about karting, other than being taken out, is when you see not 1 but 2 karts going through and there's nothing you can do to defend it. But fortunately I get one of the positions back going into this corner here, but I'm on the outside going into the next corner, so I can't defend it as he's pretty much alongside me, and I drop back down to 14th again. So I'd say I'm still competing, you know, after the first heat, and yeah, and I made the same mistake again, which is really annoying, and I give the position away to Miss Percox here, and she really shouldn't be down here because she's one of the best drivers in Club 100, so I'm not going to fight that position whatsoever. So by lap 5, I'm still on the tail of the couple of drivers in front, and since we're halfway through, I'm going to say yes, I have competed this race, so hopefully I can compete for the rest of it. Yeah, I got taken out. it wouldn't be a video on my channel if I didn't get taken out. So I finished 18th and last because of that. I mean, I probably would have finished 16th or 7th, 15th anyway. So I got promoted to 16th because a couple of drivers had penalties, but I still raced okay, I think, to be honest, other than getting taken out. So I'm going to give myself a 2-star performance for that. So going into the third and final heat, I'm starting 16th. My friend Luke Dunnett is in 13th, just on the right there. I want to beat him, but mostly I just want to compete. And hopefully if I compete, I can finish 12th or higher. So that's my aim for this race. So going into this corner here, there's a little bit of a chaos, and look who's spun round. It's only bloody Luke Dunnett. So I think he just felt sorry for me for how bad my first couple of races went. Give me something to focus on this time, I guess. So hopefully this race is a little bit better than those two. So going into the chicane here, I've got a lot more momentum than the two drivers in front of me, so I'm literally right on this guy's tail. And I try and move around the outside again, and obviously I can't put a move out. Maybe I was a little bit too far back, he was defending well, but switch to the outside here, trying to get the switch back on him, but that's just me not knowing much about this track, because he's got a much better line through there. And yeah, I've got a much better exit through the final corner here, which gives me a hell of a run down the left hand side here, but the driver in the middle doesn't see me, so I'm forced onto the grass side, so I had to pull out the position. But I would say I'm definitely competing this time round, so going into the chicane again, hopefully I can close the gap a little bit, which I do, but I get a little bit wide on the exit, and I ride the sausage curve, and I was so frustrated with myself because I lose a position because of it. And I got a warning for riding that curve because they do damage the karts. So into lap 4, and I've caught up to Miss Breacher here, going into the hairpin, I think it is. So yeah, same again as before. It's a terrible move, and rightly so. She's quite annoyed about it. Yeah, so I can't overtake anyone this race. It seems like I'm messing up themselves. So proof of the pudding right there, overtook someone who just went off track. So I'm up to 15th, and hopefully I can build on this, because you know the guys that in 12th are still sort of in touch. So hopefully I can get that 12th place. I'm just having a little look down the inside, but there's no room there for an overtake. And yeah, I'm just in a little bit of a train here whilst defending Luke for my life, because I really want to beat him. I really just want to have something to you know, have on it basically. So have a little look down the inside again, but I decided better of it rather than, you know, crash off the track. And yeah, I'm miles back now because I'm fighting that much with Luke behind. I was having a great race, but obviously forward facing camera you can't really see it. And I'm defending that much. Yeah, one of the other drivers who was fighting with me and Luke, that guy went off track, overtook both of us on that corner. So I dropped down to 16th, but I beat Luke, and that's all that matters. So 16th, I didn't gain any positions through anyone having a penalty this time, but I completed 2 objectives and I beat Luke. So I'll give it another 2-star performance. I didn't feel like I had a great race anyway. So into the C final, I'm starting 21st because somehow 6 drivers managed to have a worse day than me. So I want to avoid an incident and have some good racing, because I'm starting to think about the content now, if I'm honest. So let's see if I can manage a good race. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, at the time I felt for sure that I got a hit in the back. Honestly, on my life I thought I got a hit in the back at that time. Well, it turns out that I'm just crap at driving, basically. I told all the drivers, oh, I've been hit in the back, I can't believe it. Yeah, look who's the idiot now. So down in 26th, someone spun in front of me the corner later, so Yeah, there's been a couple more spinners there, so I'm up to 25th this time. Had all the momentum going into the chicane to overtake this guy, just ran out of space to do it, had to pull out. So 25th. I was kind of hoping for some better racing for the first episode, if I'm honest, but yeah, it's not going well. And by the 5th lap, I've got a little bit of a run on this guy, going down the inside. I go for a bit of a lunge, and lo and behold, I can't do it, and the same again, he just gets the switch back on me. I mean, I don't think I've made one proper overtake this episode so far. I mean, I don't think so. Just all people making mistakes, I guess. But yeah, into lap 7, we've caught up to the drivers in front, because I decided not to fight with him so we can catch up a little bit. And is that an overtake? I think it was. I'm up to the mighty heights of 24th. So, and then 23rd, I sent one down the inside. Oh, look at this. I don't know what to say. 2 overtakes and 2 corners. Look at that. So, into the 8th lap. As quickly as I gain those positions, I've lost one. So, going into the chicane, yeah, I've got a little bit of a run on him, and I try for the outside again, but I decided to pull out because I don't think I'm going to gain anything there. I'll just lose time for anything, so I stick on his tail and hope I can get it through this corner. But no, because he closed the door on me, I had to lose a lot of momentum and therefore position. So lost 2 positions that lap, so fantastic. So I've got a little bit of a run on this guy again through this same corner, and guess what happens? I don't get the position. So yeah, I mean, racing wise, don't take any tips from me on with karting, honestly, because this is not how you overtake at all. So yeah, 25th out of 27 karts in the C final. Now, I'm bad at karting, but I'm not normally this bad, I promise you. So yeah, I mean, it's not gone well really, as I lose yet another position to the guy who spun around on the first lap. So yeah, 26th place. Can you believe it? I mean, you probably can believe it after how this video has gone. So that guy had a little bit of a half spin in front, which makes me lose my momentum, and I'm down to 27th and last place. Last place. I mean, oh, I have been going Club 100 for this is my 3rd season now, and I'm still last in C finals. I mean, what's the point? I mean, genuinely, I'm still loving every moment of this, obviously, but I mean, oh dear. Hopefully, next episode will be a lot better than this, but this is just not how you kart, basically. And yeah, hopefully I can gain a couple of positions before the end of the race. So after that guy span, yet again I'm getting in a position for someone making a mistake. So I'm up to 26th, I'm not last anymore. I'm not even 26th anymore, I'm 25th because someone managed to get disqualified. So 25th, I didn't even have some good racing, to be honest. It was just me following some karts for the most part. So 25th overall, I got promoted to 23rd. Because a couple of karts had some penalties. No objectives complete. I didn't beat Luke, and I'd say that's a 1-star race, if I'm honest. So yeah, not a great day, if I'm honest. So Russell, I mean, he did really well. I don't know why I've got him as a rival, because he finished in the B final. So fair play to him. I'll happily give him a point, even though we didn't actually race against each other, because finishing in the B final was bloody amazing for me, a Class 3 driver. And Luke, I beat him once, but he beat me twice, so it's 2-1 to him. Hopefully in the next episode I can turn those scores around, but it's going to be a tough ask, particularly on Russell, because I think he's going to be very strong this season. So in summary today, I mean, it wasn't great, was it? I mean, 23rd in the C final, man, I haven't finished that low since my first season, if I'm honest, and 1-star overall performance. Hopefully the second round is going to be much better than this. And the second round is at Wilton Mill, so hopefully you guys will be around for that. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I mean, I've put a hell of a lot of effort into this episode, so I hope you guys drop it a like and hopefully a subscription for me, so I'll be very glad of that. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.